This Medical Minute is brought to you by Florida Hospital with medical information that's important to you.
I'm Dr. Brian Mayoko. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine at Florida Hospital North Pinellas. Today we're going to talk about injury prevention in sports. The top things that an athlete can do to prepare for a sports activity include proper hydration and nutrition. You also want to have a good warm-up and a stretch before your sport. You want to make sure you have proper equipment. In my practice, some common sports injuries that I see are knee injuries and shoulder injuries. If you were to suffer from an acute knee or shoulder injury, one of the first things you want to do is follow the RICE principle. It stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. If the initial injury doesn't respond to your immediate treatment within a reasonable amount of time, if the swelling is continuing and you're starting to lose function in the injured body part, then you should consult with a specialist right away. So if you're thinking about embarking on a new sport, make sure that you're properly prepared. You would like to have adequate coaching, follow proper technique, and listen to your body if you suffer an injury.